Yeah, just doing a quick video of how I make my platforms, how I do the actual cut them and stuff like that. But anyway, it's all out of balsa wood. Use balsa wood a lot, and basically what I do, you got to pick your depth first. What you're working with. Say you're working with, say, 00 scale, which is a British scale. I'd go for about 12mm depth. If you're working with HO, go for about 8mm depth. A little bit less on the height of the platform with continental stuff. And basically mark out what size you want, and then I use a set square to cut the end section. You get a nice sharp Stanley blade, line that up with the edge, and then cut along the end using a sharp blade. Watch your fingers. You get a nice clean cut. For doing long sections of track, I use something like this, which is a Wickes aluminium meter rule. Clamp that down, you get a nice cut for long sections of track. Platform. And then the next stage is to take any rough edges off with some 220s grit or 150s grit sandpaper, sign them up. Then I get my tester pots, whatever colour you're going to use. For my colour, I use a colour called Wolf. I don't know if it's still available, but it blends in perfect with the continental style, I think. And anyway, what I do, the next step is, which is my little secret, wallop a load of paint on. If whatever colour you're using, put plenty on, brush it out nicely. If you're doing big areas, I would suggest using something like a Fitch, decorator's Fitch like that. And what I do next is I get some fine gravel, Woodland Scenics, or you can use sand. The sort of sand you get in the kids' sand pit, very fine. A sprinkle of that over the area, just randomly. But you've got to do it when it's wet, just as you put it on, so you've got to be pretty quick. And you get it like that, then it goes like that. But obviously that don't look that good. But on the next coat, when that dries, like on this section, you go over it again. Hang on, so let's keep this straight. I could do with someone else filming this. You go over it again. That blocks out all your sand particles or whatever, and then obviously you get a simulated concrete effect when that dries. It's sort of like, you can have it in all sorts of different colours. You can have concrete wall sections or whatever. There's loads of different ways you can get loads of different effects doing that. And that's how I get a sort of finish. Just make it look like a platform surface. And depending on the size of the gravel, you get a different effect. So you could do that with O gauge. If you're using O gauge, you could use a bigger size gravel to get that more scale look. And like I say, I've done that system using all those materials, and I've built all my platforms, like small platforms. So the platforms on that station, and obviously the tournament station at the far end, and that bridge. That bridge is scratch built out of balsa wood, and I've got the simulated effect on the walls, which you can see, the concreted simulated effect. Same system, same sort of way, especially on the roads as well. Done the same sort of thing with the roads. You just sand it off and make it look like it's been used. Looks like a road surface when it's done. And that is how I do it. That's how I do my platforms. I know there's many different ways of doing it, and people out there will probably use the cardboard platform systems, which are very good for their 00 scale, but not for the HO scale. The Thalia system platforms are very expensive. So that's like, that lot of platform there probably cost, say, £15 to do that. A couple of quid for your paints. Very cheap. Very, very cheap way of doing it. And these tester pots, which are from Wickes, about 50p, £1 each, depending on if they've got them in the sale or not. I mean, I use them to do my cloud effects coming out the Thalia backdrop. I use them to do all mountain rock effects with the greys and different mixing different greys and etc., and getting different sort of effects with the rock. and that obviously mountain is built out of my Kingspan, which is left over from my thermal insulation from the roof. So that mountain's cost a very small amount of money to do. The most expensive part of it is the trees and the castle on the top. But it's just a quick demo, that's all. Someone was asking me. So that's it. Thanks for watching.